Distinguished guests, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us here today. Before the ceremony begins, it's my great honour and privilege to share with you a couple of important housekeeping announcements. We will be live streaming and recording today's ceremonies, as well as photography throughout the ceremony. So once we begin, we ask that you please remain seated as we celebrate, but you may be as loud as you can be as we celebrate our graduates' achievements. If you feel unwell at any point in the ceremony, please do speak to either myself or one of my colleagues who will be spaced around the room, and it will be our pleasure to help you. There are no fire drills planned, so if you hear an alarm, please proceed to the exits that are located around the room. Toilets are also accessible through the main doors. And following the ceremony, we invite you to join us at the reception, which will take place in the Education Centre and the map room. Our colleagues will be just outside to direct you in the right direction. Our graduates may be just a few minutes behind you as we hold a quick group photo in this room before they join you at the reception. Thank you very much for your attention and indeed for joining us today. And now please join us in standing for the processional.
Please be seated. As President of Richmond, American University, London, I hereby welcome you and declare the 2023 Undergraduate graduation ceremony to be open. I would now like to introduce Professor Bill Durden, Chair of the Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Paul. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome you to Richmond's 2023 Undergraduate graduation ceremony. We congratulate you, our students, your family, your friends, and wish you the best for the future.
Dear students, families, colleagues, friends, at Richmond, American University, London, our mission is to educate and inform future generations by providing you with the knowledge and support to think critically, the freedom to challenge assumptions, and the skills to work with others. When I look at everyone here today, I'm proud to see the living embodiment of the university's mission and the delivery of unity in diversity. This graduation ceremony is the high point of the academic year. Our main purpose today is to recognise the hard work and achievements of an excellent body of students and to present you with your awards. Completing a programme of higher education is a great challenge. So congratulations to all of you. From today, you'll become an alumni of Richmond, a member of a network of tens of thousands of students across the world. I encourage you all to be active in the Alumni Association and work with us and get to know the students who've crossed this stage before you and those who will come after for many years to come. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the faculty who have taught and supervised you, and the professional services staff who have supported you. Professor Seagull.
Cynthia Shong is an executive producer, writer, director, and development executive who has developed and produced TV shows, documentaries, films and online content for MTV, VH1, Fox Kids Network, HBO and Warner Brothers. She served as producer and head of production for Young Hercules, the TV series which starred Ryan Gosling and which was nominated for 2 Emmy Awards and a Writers Guild Award. Cynthia was also part of the team which launched The Larry Sanders Show and Taxi Cab Confessions at HBO, was a creative executive for MTV's The Real World and Road Rules. Additional credits include her award-winning feature Shades of Love, which won numerous awards, as well as the TV series Fan Addicts and Catching Hell. Cynthia was born in New York City and has traveled extensively throughout the US and internationally to study and to pursue her professional goals. She holds awards from the Collège International de Cannes and New York University. She's worked as an executive producer for a series for Chinese Alibaba, and she's also a distinguished instructor for the University of California, Los Angeles Extension Writers Program, the only showrunners program at UCLA, where she works with her students on a YouTube channel which has over 50,000 subscribers and is called Your Hollywood Dream. She's also a trainee instructor for La Salle College in Singapore for their Producers Lab. Cynthia has also taught communications classes at Richmond in the past and also given, and very recently, excellent guest lectures at our university, which is her alma mater and from which she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Art History in 1990. Cynthia, please join us.
Hello. Am I supposed to be in?
We just exchanged greetings. Cynthia Shung, in accordance with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Richmond, American University, London, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In accordance thereof, we invest you with this hood and present the diploma. Congratulations.
Hello. My goodness. I think I'm supposed to provide proof that you can still be alive 33 years after graduation. I feel such a kinship with all of you. It's really a little overwhelming. I was in your chairs 33 years ago. Now here's the scary part. You all can be me 33 years later. I mean, look at me. I mean, make sure you wear sunblock, okay? Anyway, but with that feeling of kinship, which really comes from Richmond being such a fantastic community that, again, I'm living proof that, that it is a community. And I always feel a little like, or right now I feel a little bit like that, maybe that aunt that keeps coming back to visit. So when I did my guest lecture, it was in March. When I was an instructor actually here over the summer, it was 1996. So just like that aunt who's always coming in, I'm now crashing your graduation. So I did think, of course, I needed to impart something, right? That's the duty of kin, of family. So I thought I would try to go through my own experience and think, well, what is it that I can help you with going forward? I mean, it must be a very kind of anxiety-filled time in life. Some of you might be preparing to get on planes soon, right, to go back home. Some of you I know are from England. But even so, no matter what, you're probably all thinking of your next steps. So your careers are probably on your minds. And I have to tell you, the longer I'm around this earth, the more I appreciate my Richmond College education. Richmond is a little bit like the gift that keeps giving, and I mean that in the best possible ways. So the first thought I would give to you is, if you're like me, and you may or not be, you might find that your degree is either directly related or maybe not directly related to your careers. For me, I graduated with a degree in art history, and I did find my first job right out of college at Christie's auction house, but I found I didn't thrive in that career, and it took me a little bit to figure out why. And I finally figured it out because I had to ask myself, why did I study art history? I studied it because I was passionate about the stories of the artists. That is what made me interested in picking up a book and reading it and going through finals and writing projects and things like that. But at Christie's, and Christie's is a great organization, by the way, this is not a knock on them, it's really about fit. And it didn't fit what drove me. Christie's was more about the value of the artwork sold at the last auction. It was this business that was not the part of it that was driving me. So I took this love of storytelling, and I realized I needed to put it somewhere else. So that's kind of the first thing I wanted to share. Your degree and your career may or may not have a one-to-one direct correlation. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, please don't worry. You are still incredibly well-equipped for a viable, successful career. So that takes me to the next part. The next part is the part of Richmond that continues to give year over year over year to me professionally as well as personally, but I'm going to try to focus on the professional side. Richmond gives us what I'm going to call a hidden degree. You're likely all going to receive maybe the BA or the BS today. I'm not quite sure. I know you all have different majors. But I want you to keep in mind, as I have found over the years, there's a little bit of invisible ink in that degree. There's another skill set that Richmond has taught us. It has taught us to belong anywhere. And that is how I have found it to play out in my career. So when I made that career transition from art to television and film, I was at first intimidated. Why wouldn't I be? I didn't know anyone in the industry. I didn't have a degree in television and film. But I found out that I was somehow this really excellent networker. And the reason why is because Richmond taught me I could belong anywhere. Richmond gave me skills to talk to people. Richmond gave me skills to be really good with names. And the reason I think you can probably surmise, I'm sure, like me, you've all had to get used to names you maybe had never seen before, spellings of names that were a little bit unusual to you, and we got used to it. And so we end up becoming really good with names. So that helped me a lot in networking. And pretty quickly, it was easy for me to meet the right people I needed to get my television and film career off the ground. The next thing that was interesting is, and I'm going to use an example with this one. I was working at MTV, which I know isn't as big as it used to be. But it did a lot of different special shows. And one of the special shows it did was the Video Music Awards, or the MTV VMAs. And if you're unfamiliar with that, I don't know, think Taylor Swift or something, like a concert that's really, really big. And I was put in charge of the biggest act that year, the opening act. Not in charge, I should say I was one of many that was put in as a talent escort for Michael Jackson. And do you know Michael Jackson? I mean, maybe the parents might know. Think Taylor Swift, just male, okay? So Michael was the biggest opening act, 20 minutes long, and there were tons of people working this opening act. And we were all given pretty specific instructions. We were not allowed to directly talk to him. We had to be at least 6 feet away at all times. We had to talk to the person who was with him all the time, who was a woman. She would talk to him, he would talk to her, she would talk to us. Now, this went on for 2 weeks of rehearsal leading up to the big day. And I was one of many, and I found myself doing a lot of different jobs during those 2 weeks. But little by little, I found myself being asked to come more and more in to that communication triangle. And I ended up becoming this main person on stage directly with Michael Jackson, watching him moonwalk as I was communicating what MTV needed from the production. So back to the woman who was with him, to Michael, Michael to her, her to me, over and over and over and over again. That was 5 years after graduating from Richmond. And why was I recognized for that? Because I was used to communicating in odd ways. I was used to picking up nuances from different ways of communicating. All of that I absolutely attribute back to my Richmond days. You all have that hidden skill. That's part of your secret hidden degree. It's in there. It's in the diploma in invisible ink. Trust me. Next up, I wanted to point out that we also have this other part of us that I think, actually, you know what? As I'm talking, I'm having a flashback to my own graduation. And I can't not talk about this moment, because I'm actually, and I'm sorry, I just have to vent for a second. I'm really mad at my graduating class. Okay, fine, I have to get over this anger issue of mine, holding a grudge for 33 years. But, you know, leading up to my graduation, we were all in the hall like you all were. We were all talking and chatting, a little anxious. Everyone was saying the same thing, though. Everyone was saying, now don't forget, at the very end, we're going to throw up our caps, okay? At the very end, we're going to throw up our caps. Yeah, okay, and we're going to say, we did it. Okay, great. Fine. Sad like you all are, we went through everything, got our diplomas, we shed a couple of tears oh, sorry, spoilers. Can't go down that road. Okay. And at the end, and when the ceremony concluded, everyone just walked out. Like, just left. And I stood there. What happened to we did it? Why didn't we throw our caps up in the air? Well, I've held this grudge for 33 years. But you know, looking back, this is what I mean by Richmond keeps giving. Because what I realized was, I shouldn't be mad at my class. I should be mad at me. Why didn't I say it? Why didn't I own my voice that day? Why didn't I say, throw your caps up in the air? We did it. And you know what? I've taken that lesson with me through my entire career, and I keep doing it. And every time I do, that's when I'm recognized for something. That's when a boss wants me to take on a bigger project, whatever it might be. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if I had not thrown my cap in the air on a particular day in history, Ryan Gosling may not have gotten his first leading role as he did on Young Hercules. You all know who he is, right? Okay, good. So that's really my biggest message to you all. 3 things. One is that your degree may or may not have a one-to-one relationship with your careers, and if it does or doesn't, you have incredibly useful skill sets no matter what. 2 is Richmond has hidden ink in your diploma that makes you a BE, a belonging expert. Okay? You are all belonging experts having gone through the degree program at Richmond. And 3 is always own your voice. And for God's sake, please throw your caps up in the air today, okay? Congratulations, class of 2023.
Congratulations, Cynthia, and thanks for your words. Yeah. Mark Allen is the executive chairman of the Mark Allen Group, an independent, family-based company he founded in 1985, which has now been called the fastest-growing media company in Europe. The Mark Allen Group now employs 500 staff, owns 100 magazines, and organizes more than 200 exhibitions, conferences, and awards every year. Mark was born in Leeds in 1944. He grew up in Somerset and graduated in social studies from Durham University in 1967. He then became a graduate trainee journalist on the Sheffield Star before moving to the Daily Express in Manchester 3 years later, before he became the editor of Community Care and subsequently the Nursing Mirror. In 1983, Mr. Allen was named Editor of the Year by the Professional Publishers Association, and the Nursing Mirror was also awarded the Business Magazine of the Year and the Campaign of the Year accolades. Mark has been associated with Richmond American University in London for well over a decade, first as a visiting professor, then as a trustee, and now as a member of the advisory board for the university's business school. He recently wrote his first published novel, Life Term, and is working on his second, Spending Time Between Wiltshire and London. Mark, please join us.
Well, clearly you have an invitation to throw your hats up into the air, and I'm sure family and friends, if you have any caps on, you might do the same. Mark Allen. In accordance with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, of which you were once a member, of Richmond, American University, London, I hereby confer very delightfully upon you the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. In witness thereof, we invest you with this hood and present you this diploma. Congratulations, Mark.
President, ladies and gentlemen, students, first of all, can I add my congratulations to Cynthia's eloquent and witty speech. I'm very proud and honoured to have been awarded this doctorate. Why? Because I think Richmond is a hidden jewel. It is a very fine university. It has some very distinctive and rare qualities, despite all the challenges it faces, as all universities face in today's world. What are those distinctive, unique features? First of all, as we all know, Richmond embraces the liberal arts philosophy, and in this stage, I think this is more relevant than it ever has been. It has a foot in both the higher education scene in America and also in the UK. It's a truly global university. In this room, there are students representing 35 different countries. In the case of the student experience, not necessarily financially, small is indeed beautiful. You all are educated in small class sizes with very humane professors and lecturers and teachers. I've attended many classes and I've always been incredibly impressed by the teaching quality and the care in which students are treated. There is that concern that Richmond, American University, London, it has over all its students. There is another quality that Richmond possesses. That is, all of you in this room are distinctly employable. Richmond has remarkable stats relating to the employability of students. In the last stats that are available, 80% of all Richmond students were either had a job or in further education 15 months after they left this institution. And that is above the national average. And it's been higher in the past. Obviously, it's been affected, I suspect, by the pandemic and what you all had to go through. So most of you will get jobs and be very well employed. Some of you will still to find jobs, but those are very distinctive features that Richmond possesses. Now, it's incumbent on old fogies like me to say a few words of pearls of wisdom, if you like. Well, I'm not going to be so presumptuous. I've got huge respect for students and young people. I believe they're far wiser than many of us oldies. So I'm not going to give you any words of advice, except I'm going to leave you with 2 or 3 different thoughts. First of all, the students that I know from Richmond, and I've employed a Richmond student, what they do possess are 2 or 3 different things. One is they have a can-do spirit. Secondly, they have got a great deal of empathy. Thirdly, they have got a great deal of social poise, as I think Cynthia alluded to, and confidence. Just before I came on stage, I was approached by a student. I've never been known for my sartorial elegance, but one of the students who's just been awarded his degree, or about to be awarded his degree, came up and said, look, and he started fussing around with my gown. How cool is that? You all have that inner confidence, which I think is very impressive. So, you do have these unique qualities. I think this hinterland which Richmond students have is really important in today's world. That hinterland is about tolerance, being tolerant to other people, and no more is that more important than it is at this current state of the world. And I think Richmond students have that tolerance in abundance. Without tolerance, without understanding, that leads to bigotry, which in its final result leads to violence. And I think we've all got a role to play in just trying to make the world a slightly better place. And if that sounds wishy-washy or idealistic, then I plead guilty. I don't know if you were like me, but that horrendous situation that happened in Nottingham a few weeks ago when 2 university students were murdered and a third caretaker at a school. What struck me most of all was the incredibly impressive speech made by the parents after that appalling tragedy. And when they were speaking, they said, and I sort of paraphrase more or less what they said, imagine a world of love and without violence. You know, in all the heartfelt emotions they were going through, they had the dignity to say that. And I believe that you as Richmond students, you have that ability to connect with other people because of the aspects I've alluded to. The fact that you are a global kind of university, an international university, you're used to talking to each other, people of different faiths and beliefs and everything. And what we've got to discover in this country and elsewhere is the ability to listen to each other, to hear what each other is saying, sometimes to disagree profoundly what the other side is talking about. That tolerance is something that I think and believe and hope that you'll all carry into the future. Because without that tolerance, you know, everything is lost. And universities should be the beacons of free speech and tolerance. But I think that we have forgotten to some extent the ability to listen to other people. University is not just about getting a degree, however important that is. It's also about the other small things you do. You have been educated in my view, the greatest international metropolitan city in the world. You've had the ability to take advantage of that. University is about taking up those opportunities, which I know a lot of you had taken account of. Going to the theatre, going to films, developing friendships above everything else. I can remember illuminating last night, late night conversation with some of my friends at university, which have been sort of slightly life-changing. So I'm certain those are memories that you'll carry with you. It's about getting a degree, but it's also developing friendships will be with you forevermore. There's 2 other things that I want to just briefly talk about. The next one relates to the fact that, and I don't need to spell this out, the workplace is changing irrevocably. Most of us in business are in hybrid working patterns. University has hybrid working. It makes it very, very difficult to generate an ongoing culture. What it means is that everyone has to be very agile and has to be very mobile in addressing all the challenges that you're going to face in the whole of your lifetime. To give you one example, I started my business in 1985. Before I started my business, I had worked for 4 other employers. So, including myself, 5 employers in the whole of my life. My father-in-law, who's been dead a few years, he left school at 18, he never went to university. He worked for 1 employer in the whole of his life. Now, most of you here are going to work for 20 or 30 employers during the course of your careers. Some of you will be entrepreneurs like me. Some of you will go into a different branch, different professions. Some of you are going to change your career, not once, but maybe twice. So in order to address all the challenges, the technological changes, the workplace changes, you need to be agile and perceptive about what is happening. So good luck on that front. The last point I want to make is about, and I'll say this very simply, don't simply chase money. Let money chase you. What do I mean by that? Well, all of you want to be in well-paid jobs, but what I firmly believe is that if you do a job which you are passionate about and are skilled in doing, money will come after you. Now, I became a journalist. I had no aspirations to earning a lot of money. But it was something I thought was going to engage me and fulfill me, and so it's proved. From that, I've developed my own publishing company. But it was from that basis. I never was interested at that time in money. The fact that I've done okay is great, but I think that I didn't set out to being rich. So all I would say is, by all means, earn a great salary, but do something that you feel strongly and passionately about. And if you're successful at that, money will come after you if you become good at your jobs, which I'm certain all of you are doing. So on that note, just to congratulate all of you on your superb achievements, being in a great university. I do hope that friendships develop and are sustained through your experiences here. I wish you very, very successful careers. I would love to hear from you, and I'm certain the university will. So congratulations to all of you. You've done incredibly well, and I wish you every success in your future career. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Mark, and thank you for your words. Mr. Chairman, I have the honor to present to you the recipients of the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science degrees, and the recipients of and candidates for certificates and diplomas of higher education, as approved by the Board of Trustees. Will the candidates for the awards please stand?
Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Art History and Visual Culture with Combined Studies. Isabella Cameron Herman, cum laude. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, Entrepreneurship with Combined Studies. Abdinur Abdulrahman Abdilai. Ryan Kyle Selom Holomador. Zineb Katat. Montgomery Harvard Charles Reynoldson. Amal Tabachi. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, International Business with Combined Studies. Ali Hamoud Mohammed Bani Mustafa. Brian James Courtwright, cum laude. Mohammed Amin Engelbrecht. Thomas Nahuel Gatti. Leon Gunnar Goodwin. Aishi Jafari. Shaunak Vikram Kumar Jani. Ryan Walid Kasamani. Valentine Navet. Meet Jitendra Fakar. Ali Osama Rizq Mohammed Toema. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communications, Advertising and Public Relations with Combined Studies. Michaela De Salvo. Katrina Dragonaiti. Sabine Novichka. Mimi McKenna Steele. Nicola Alexandra Swidris. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communications, Marketing and Public Relations with Combined Studies. Gracie Jane Groves. Andrew Lee Harford, cum laude. Fyodor Fyodovich Masalov. Lisa Matos. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communications, Media Production with Combined Studies. Anita Sarah Macha. Devon Reese Roberts, magna cum laude. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communications, Media Studies with Combined Studies, Molly Elizabeth Mudgee. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Digital Communications and Social Media with Combined Studies, Sophia Margiotta. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics with Combined Studies, Hamza Saidun Gouria Al-Dalimi, summa cum laude. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Management and Marketing with Combined Studies, Emma Christine Davis. Alicia May Flavel, magna cum laude. Ka K. Hong. Madeline Maria Britt Lalva, summa cum laude. Carolina Vildak, cum laude. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts of Film and Photography with Combined Studies, Leta Gallo. Galfam Menon Madsudhanan. Tabitha Amy Milne, summa cum laude. Ekaterina Pavlenko. Maria Rubio Domenech, magna cum laude. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Film Studies with Combined Studies, Lillian Lorian Berg. Kiran Balan Chetur. Eric Andrea Teodoro James. Alejandro Thomas Rademacher. Jessica Elise Scoffin. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Finance and Investment with Combined Studies, Tyler James Carlson. Philippa Dahlgren, summa cum laude. Madeline Justina Cavini. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International History with Combined Studies, Jimena Michelle Acosta Gramilo. Alexandros Trobon Ozounis. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Sports Management with Combined Studies, Kenneth Nemeni Chikan. Callum Thomas Duff. Alexander Lambert Gabriel. Kamsi Jason Madueke. Tej Singh. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Marketing with Combined Studies, Ahmed Jalal Ahmed Mansour Alai. Bonnie Pan Alsup. Benjamin Sebastian Vestregi Lopez. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with Combined Studies, Larissa Mariana Kovaci. Farah Mohammed Hani Abdel Salam Ebi. Abu Bakr Mukhtari Shagari. Graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Amanda Frempoma Bafour Kai. Adilaja Balyu. Robel Gebrekidan. Savannah Anna Maria Gimdal, magna cum laude. Lily Viraj Jaco. Abigail Emma Joy. Norisha Narikai Mansolali Ladhu. Lara Mata. Subhan Tasawa. Rhiannon Karina Tiesuit. Oksana Visnevkaya, cum laude. Mary Brianna Watts. Graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance with Combined Studies, Muntasir Ahmed. Marcin Pavel Strijecki, summa cum laude. Sima Thapa. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Management Entrepreneurship with Combined Studies, Abigail Hagos. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics with Combined Studies, Brandon Joel Lee. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Film and Photography with Combined Studies, Sophie Ann Rowe. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Sports Management with Combined Studies, Jonathan Atitunji Solanke. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with Combined Studies, Tatiana Carboni. Serena Lavinia Khan.
Well, this joyous and delightfully rambunctious ceremony marks the conclusion of your time as a student at the university. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to again express our pride in your achievements and our hopes for your future. Richmond is now a part of you. It is part of your identity. And we hope that you remain engaged with our shared learning community into the future. Congratulations again, and thank you.
I would like now to introduce to you to our undergraduate student speaker, Hamza Al-Dlimi. Hamza is originally from Iraq and has been living in the UK for almost 10 years. He's graduated today with a Bachelor of Arts in Economics with Combined Studies. Hamza has been a prominent part in the Richmond community. During this time with us, he has spent considerable time exploring London by taking part in student fairs, among other student activities. After graduating, Hamza will continue his academic journey by studying for the Master of Arts in Visual Communications with a focus on experimental communications. The university is delighted to welcome Hamza to the stage.
Wow. I had a whole speech ready, and I'm just going to read it out. Good afternoon, everyone, esteemed faculty, honored guests, proud parents, and of course, my fellow graduates. I'm standing here before you as one person, but I'd like to believe that I represent a diverse and incredible group of people, and we've all embarked on an amazing journey together, and we're gathered here today to celebrate not only the culmination of our academic journey, but hopefully the start of a new chapter in our lives. Before I get started, I'm sure you guys have heard that I'm an econ major, and I promise not to spend the next 5 minutes spewing numbers and saying economic theories at you. I will, however, give you a very comprehensive history of quantitative easing. I hope you're ready. Just kidding, obviously. When I think back to when we first got to Richmond, I realized just how far we've really all come. I remember Freshers Week, each of us were like sat in our little corner. We were terrified, and yeah, look at us now. You know, we're still terrified, but we've been armed with amazing knowledge, and knowledge hopefully that's gonna take us incredible places and make the world a better place. And I do want to give us a big round of applause. I know we just clapped, you know. Let's do it again. I also do want to extend my gratitude to others who have supported us. We are standing on the shoulders of countless individuals who have helped us along the way, believed in us. God knows we didn't believe in ourselves a lot of the times, and they've cheered us on. It's our families, our friends, the amazing faculty, and the professors, mentors, The student hub members have all been there for us, and they've played instrumental parts in us graduating and us becoming the people that we are today. And they've provided us with reality checks when we needed them. So, again, sorry, you need to give them a lot of applause. Thank you. So when I looked up how to write a speech, it said that I need to give a word of wisdom. And I thought to myself, should I try and change things up? I'm not, so I'm going to give you some wisdom. I do, and this is specifically for my graduates, I want you to fondly look back at the days and nights that we had an exam coming up, or we had an ever-creeping deadline, and I want you to hone that strength that you mustered to get through it, because God knows when I remember back at it, how freaked out I was. I'm so sorry, Professor Nick Wilkinson. I know I've sent you so many emails about it. But we've honed that strength, and we've mustered it, and we got through it. And take that as a sign that you can do it in your everyday life, and you can do it 1,000 times over, because we're literally sat here because we've done it. And I want you to not forget to laugh. You know, laughter is amazing, and even in our darkest days, laugh with yourself, laugh with your friends, laugh with your family, laugh at the state of the economy. You know, it gives you a good chuckle. It's coming from me. I've done economics. I also want you to remember that success isn't solely measured by numbers. I'm just echoing what our guest speakers have said, but it is true. Of course, we would all like to be in high-paying jobs, and we want to make a lot of money to help people, of course. But genuinely, success isn't about having money. It's about finding fulfillment in your life, and it's about making a positive impact around the world around you. And if you can find something that gives you that satisfaction and that sort of success, be very happy, and I wish that for all of us. And finally, I would like to say, in the words of the great economist Keynes, in the long run, we are all dead. And I know that's a very gloomy sentiment, but it should remind you that, you know, you should live life to the fullest, and you should take risks, and you should do the things that make you happy. And you should never forget, and I'm just echoing what Dr. Marcus said, you should never forget the importance of tolerance and love and acceptance along the way, because we really would not be here if it wasn't for those things. Yeah, and to my fellow graduates, let's raise our glass, but we don't have glasses. So let's raise a big thumbs up for the memories that we created, the friendships that we forged, and the bright future that lies ahead of us. Congratulations! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hamza, and thank you for being so Richmond. Before asking the chair to close, I'd like to remind the audience to stand during recessional until the platform party has left the hall. Chair.
I know this is a hectic moment, excitable moment for the graduates with your family and friends and everything happening about you. But from personal experience, I hope you pause, take one quiet moment, look around, and take a mental photograph of this moment. It is a defining moment, one of those moments in life. So as I've loved the rambunctiousness of everybody, I now declare the 2023 undergraduate graduation ceremony closed, and congratulate all of you. And upon personal experience, the problem now is finding your hat. It's not so easy. That's life. You have the rest of life to find your hat. Again, I invite you to stretch to stand as we engage the recessional. Thank you.